Well, here we are again. Here's bringing you, here's your News from Home show from the Bethel Home Chapel. Are you going to hide behind the mask for today?
Yep.
Okay, Nancy's hiding
so.
behind the mask. I'm not going to, because I'm just being ornery, I guess. We've got a lot of good messages and nice things to share with you today. We're going to start out with a little bit of a look at some lights.
We are, Christmas is all about lights, isn't it? And you can see the lights that we have here in the chapel with the Christmas tree. And so Christmas lights, although they are beautiful to look at, what else do these sparkling lights represent? The Christmas lights also symbolize the stars, particularly the Star of David, that appeared in Bethlehem the night Christ was born. Even though the use of lit Christmas trees and Christmas lights didn't start with Christianity, displaying Christmas lights can remind us to follow Christ and his path.
Okay, here we go. Oh, where'd it go? And wouldn't you know it? Now, what has happened? What in the dickens has happened? Well, we got all the way to the start.
We did pretty well.
And we've hit a glitch already. And I have no idea why. Let's see if I can get us back to the start. My goodness. Okay. News from home. We should be seeing something. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
It's playing hide and go seek.
Oh my goodness. Poor Carrie's going to go nuts. She worked so hard in getting this all set up.
Go back, huh?
And I'm not sure. Let me try to see if I can start all the way from scratch.
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay. Let's see. There we go. This is the family. They're just decorating the tree. Reminding us of the chaos and the craziness that goes into trying to do that, and why we got that other thing, I don't know.
And the fun and the beauty of that, that's a beautiful tree. Looks like they're having a great time.
It almost looks like they made one of those Christmas balls last year where they roll all the lights up into one ball, and now they got to undo it.
Undo it.
Oh, I think they did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
That looks pretty cool. Probably makes it easier to unroll and get those lights on there, too.
Well, hope that reminds you a little bit of trying to get those trees up and get them all looking perfect. We're going to try to share some good news, a few good news stories with you today. Oh, hold on, let me bring it back to me. There we are. So I got two things to share with you today. One is we have converted the Namaste room into sort of a Christmas wonderland.
And it is.
And so those who want to go out and look at some lights or just to enjoy being in that kind of atmosphere where all the decorations, maybe like when you used to go window shopping and look at all the displays in the windows, we've made the Namaste room like that, and hopefully some people will have a little bit of fun in there. They can go up there whenever they like and relax a little bit or just pass through.
Yep. It's been really nice. We can bring them in one by one.
And the other really good news that we got for you, let's see if I can get this to go show it to you. What you're looking at is a safe space visiting area. This Monday we got approved these spaces that we have. The one we're showing you is on one side of the chapel. We have another one on the other side of the chapel. And if I understand right, Nancy, we have them almost ready or ready to go at Eden Meadows and at Gabriel's Villa too.
So exciting.
So people can ask to come and have a visit in a safe space area. And that means you can get to come in out of the cold mostly. Safe spaces are very much like an outside visit in that there's no crossing over into the other space of the other person. The infection control things that we put into place are pretty extensive. So we have to be very careful about that. Making sure you wash your hands and you have a temperature check and all those kinds of things. There's a sign-in area that we'll ask you to go to and help you through with that. But it will give you a chance to get together and actually sit where you can hear each other and spend a little bit of time in some comfort. So we're very excited to be able to offer that. We worked for many months to get this approved and are just delighted to be able to offer it by Christmas time.
It really is wonderful. It is a part of Christmas joy, isn't it? And the great thing is all the information about how to sign up for a visit is on our website.
That's right.
You can go and find out all the information and handle everything right there. So.
And sign up as you want.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a little confused about the visiting regulations, there's some outlines there to help you understand the different kinds of visits we're able to offer. Because of the percentage, what was that?
Oh, the positivity rate.
The positivity rate being so high, visitation is highly restricted and very carefully monitored. So different kinds of visits have different opportunities available to you. So check that out so you understand that and the limitations of them. But we're happy to be able to start that. So check that out too. We have the Key Cavers are doing an encore performance. We so enjoyed them last week. They've come back to offer joy to the world and Merry Christmas to Miravida living. I should know how to pronounce where we work, right? Miravida living.
He comes to make his blessings
orchestra was really great. I wonder which one of them was doing that. And we owe them a big apology because you all were looking at the empty visiting space most of the time. I forgot to move the camera, like I did again. Let's see if I can get the camera back over here to us. So forgive us for not showing you them the whole time. They're a beautiful family, and we're so grateful for them sharing in our program and wishing us a Merry Christmas.
Yes, very much.
Nancy, you know, you're building quite the reputation with your jocularity, or as Father Mulcahy would say.
And very corny jokes. We were talking, weren't we, David, though, about how during the pandemic, with so much that's been challenging, good humor helps our resiliency, doesn't it? And we need to be able to laugh once in a while. And I think some of the things that are the corniest help us to do that the best. So again, these are very corny, you guys. You can groan. If you were here, I'd say you could throw tomatoes. Maybe you should even let us know which ones you think are the absolute corniest or the worst, right? We didn't
We'll do
right?
it again.
We didn't do any pandemic COVID jokes last week. And there's one that was one of David's favorites that I missed, and I thought, oh, we've got to put that one in. So, why wasn't Rudolph allowed to take part in the vaccine trials?
Why?
Because they only wanted guinea pigs.
Oh.
Poor Rudolph. Only wanted guinea
left
pigs.
out again.
Oh, did you hear that production was down at Santa's workshop?
No. What
Yeah,
happened?
it's really sad. Many of his workers had to elf isolate.
All right, maybe we should move on. I don't know. You got another one, or you want us to move
I
on?
do. I have a little ditty.
all
And
right, here's
then,
a little
yeah,
ditty.
a little ditty for you. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, because they'd been at work all week and needed some air.
That's pretty good. Moving on, though. There's always a spirit of joy, hope, faith, and love that lives at Miravida Living. And although Christmas looks a bit different around here this year, our elders continue to demonstrate that Jesus' birth is the perfect time for that spirit to shine. Here's a glimpse of what Christmas joy looks like at Gabriel's Villa. They had a Santa parade over there. So let's see, I think we got some shots of that. Let me get you over there. So they had Santa parade, and it looks like we got them coming out into their doorways and doing some unwrapping.
Looks like some happy people.
Eggnog. I wonder if they had a little bit in it. You know?
Oh,
I know Trish enjoys a little bit, so I don't know.
eggnog is one of those, you either really love it or you don't, right?
Well, it looks like a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Helen sent in a song for Marie, Marie S., who lives here at Bethel Home. And here's a song from Marie's daughter.
Hello, everybody at Bethel.
Whoop.
And we just wanted to say,
Hold on. Let me get you over there. I thought it was there. I think I am. Okay, I am. Here we go.
Merry Christmas, and do a little song here called Silver Bells. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air there's a Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile, and on every street corner you'll hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Strings of streetlights, even stoplights, flash of bright red and green as the shoppers rush home with their treasures. Hear the snow crunch, see the kids bunch. This is Santa's big scene, and above all the bustle you'll hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
Thank
Nicely
you.
done, Marie.
Yes.
That was very nice.
Beautiful.
So, I have a good news story that I found. What I did was I went looking for just special stories for this season. And one of the stories I found had to do with Santa's reindeer.
Ah, this should be good.
So while many folks can reel off their names by rote, did you know there's a pretty good chance that Santa's entire reindeer posse is female?
Oh, I never knew that.
It's true. Nicholas Lafargue shares this story with us. He begins, the names aren't gender specific. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, or Donder in the original Client Moore poem, and Blitzen. And we're guessing savvy St. Nick wisely opted for an all-girl sled-pulling squad on purpose. You want proof?
Yes.
Well, here it is. Even though they are mythical reindeer we're talking about, there's actual evidence to support the femme-centric reindeer theory, and it's all about the antlers.
Aha.
It seems that male reindeer shed their antlers in early December, just after the mating season, while female reindeer retain their headgear all winter long. In pretty much every depiction of St. Nick making his iconic Christmas Eve run, the team pulling his sleigh are sporting antlers.
That's true.
There we go. Said reindeer are female. Before we rest the case, or before he rested his case, there's actually another practical reason for Santa to have hitched his harness to an estrogen-powered team. But I'm not sure I would tell this part, but he did, so here it is. Female reindeer have about 45% more fat
Aha.
to body mass ratio than their male counterparts.
Of
This
course.
this extra tissue serves as insulation that keeps them warm in frigid conditions as low as minus 45 degrees Fahrenheit. And baby, it's cold outside, especially when you're up there close to the atmosphere, the upper atmosphere. Of course, the extra fat layer means extra weight. So how do the female reindeer manage to fly so fast while hauling a prodigious, not so slim man and the world's largest sack of toys?
Yes, how?
I'm glad you asked. Magic, of course.
Got to have a little dose of that.
So maybe the reindeer squadron is female, but what about Rudolph, you ask?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
What about
I knew
Rudolph?
you were going to ask
Yep,
that.
have to know about Rudolph.
Well, it turns out Rudolph, created in 1939 by department store owner, copyright Robert L. May in fact be the only male reindeer in the bunch. Before finding fame in a song as well as on film and television, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was the hero of what amounts to an anti-bullying themed children's story.
Ah.
In the book's original cover art, Rudolph's red nose may be shining beacon bright, but he's not sporting any antlers. Only cute little nubbins.
Ah.
So, is Rudolph's antler deficiency due to the fact he's a juvenile reindeer? Or is it because he's a boy? We'll leave it up to you to decide.
Well,
There
I
you
certainly
go.
learned a lot that I didn't know.
And there, another one for female liberation, right?
My goodness, yes. All right, and we have a Christmas greeting for Judith here at Bethel Home.
Let's see, we'll get over there to there.
It says, "Hi, Mom. Happy holidays from your daughter Beth and Jeff, Taylor, and Brandon." Beautiful family picture and wonderful holiday greeting for
I
Judith.
don't think they're going to be sitting in snow, though.
Oh, it doesn't look like that, does it?
They look pretty darn warm. I don't know. Rubbing it in, I guess. Although, I don't know if you noticed, but I have my Hawaiian shirt on because it's 49 degrees outside today, folks.
Who would have thought it'd be like that at the end of December? Right. You never know in Wisconsin, though.
Making gingerbread houses is a Christmas tradition in many families. They are typically made before Christmas using pieces of baked gingerbread dough assembled with melted sugar. The roof tiles can consist of frosting or candy. The gingerbread house yard is usually decorated with icing to represent snow. So here's some folks doing their gingerbread house. Let's see if I can get you over there.
Oh, that looks fun. I bet many of you have done that over the years. Have you ever done that at the holiday time, David?
Made a gingerbread house?
Yeah.
Nope, but I'm going to start it over because I think they missed it. Whoops. Let's see. There we go.
That's a lot of fun. I used to do that with my niece and nephew every Christmas.
I like how she's so very careful and particular.
Yes.
She's got frosting only where it absolutely has to be.
It's fun. You can use a lot of different candies and colored icings to decorate it.
And she's got the technique of get as much on there as you possibly can.
Yes, she does. Very much.
Well, thanks for sending that in. So Nancy, I know that I gave you the task of going through all your jokes. What else do you have for us today?
I do. I have some Christmas ones, and then I have one that is a non-Christmas one that I hope brings a laugh. Why does Scrooge love Rudolph the reindeer so much?
I didn't know he did. Why does Scrooge love Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer?
Because every buck is dear to him.
Oh, every buck is dear to him.
Told you these are really corny. Why do mummies like Christmas so much?
I don't know, Nancy. I'm trying to think of a reason why mommies would like Christmas.
Because they're really into the wrapping.
Oh.
They're really into that wrapping, I tell you. And before we leave the joke part, this one I thought was really cute. I hope brings a smile. The children were lined up in the cafeteria of a religious elementary school for lunch. At the head table was a large pile of apples. The teacher made a note and posted it on the apple tray, and it said, "Take only one. God is watching." Moving further along the lunch line, at the other end of the table was a large pile of chocolate chip cookies. A child had written a note and placed it on the tray, and it said, "Take all you want, because God is watching the apples."
That is pretty good. I like that.
Good.
So, next we have a Christmas message from for her mom from Grace, for her mom Grace over at Gabriel's Villa. This is from Julie. And to all her friends at Miravida from Julie. Here we go.
Oh, that was lovely.
Thank you, Julie, for sending that. Let's see if I can get it back to you. I think I've got my camera numbers backwards now. There we are.
All right. If you remember from our last episode, we had a nice collection of cats, and this should be a lot of fun. Here's a look at a cat enjoying the Christmas tree. It's getting right in there. Oh, is it going to climb, David?
I don't know. I would say nothing looks too safe.
That's an adorable cat.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess if you have a cat, you have to somehow cat-proof your Christmas trees, huh?
Yep, they can be known to knock them over and have a lot of fun with the ornaments. That's for sure.
You want to tell us? So, in looking for stories, it seems that celebrating women and their big moves is one of the things to pay attention to this year with the election of a vice president and all of that. This is a great time for some new sensitivities. So we have one that I thought was pretty special.
It is. I think this is a very heartwarming story, and a story about how if you're passionate about something and you see it through, amazing things can happen. This is about a 7-year-old girl from Arkansas who pleaded with a toy maker to start making a female version of the iconic Green Army Men figurines, and she had her wish granted just in time for Christmas. Vivian Lord, 7 years old, plays with the plastic Green Army women. She asked Scranton, Pennsylvania-based BMC Toys to make. And this came about because Vivian sent a letter to several toy makers last year asking them to make the iconic Army figurines as for women after noticing that none of the toy soldiers she won at an arcade while on vacation were women. They were men. So she wrote this letter. My name is Vivian. I play soccer. I am 6 years old. Why do you not make girl army men? My friend's mom is in the army too. So why don't you make them too? I saw the pink ones, but those aren't girls, and people in the army don't wear pink. Some girls don't like pink. So please, can you make army girls that look like women? I would play with them every day, and my friends would too. Thank you, Vivian Lord. The only toy maker to respond to Vivian's letter was Jeff Immel, the president of BMC Toys in Scranton, Pennsylvania. At the time, Immel had been thinking about launching female Army figurines, but wasn't sure there was enough demand in the market. When he saw Vivian's letter, though, he decided to make it happen, calling it an easy response. Immel debuted the first prototypes of the female figurines at the Chicago Toy Soldier Show last year. The toy maker hoped to make the figurines available to the public by Christmas, but had to push the launch back to January because of shipping and manufacturing delays caused by the pandemic. The toys, which come in several colors, including pink and 4 different military poses, are now available for pre-order.
There you go.
So, isn't that great what Vivian brought about?
Well, my daughter was a soldier, and
That's right.
I'm
I
proud
bet-
of her, and I think it's
Yeah.
good that people will have toys that represent people they can look up to.
That's right.
We have a few pictures to share with you from Eden Meadows as they gather by their Christmas tree. So let me see if I can get you over there. This is Eden Meadows this time. They gathered by in their greenhouses in their living rooms, showing off their Christmas trees. And boy, did they do a nice job.
Those are lovely. And it looks like they're decked out in Christmas attire too, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
she's even got Christmas lights on.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Eden Meadows. And here's a message from Julie to Grace as well. We thought you would enjoy seeing Ruff romp through the leaves. He had a great time. So this is Ruff romping through the leaves, I guess before they got all blown away.
He's just going right in.
Well, that's quite the pile of leaves they had.
I'll say. And he's just having fun.
It's a little hard to pick Ruff out from the leaves.
He's got a big pile there to just jump in and run around in.
Yeah. Fortunately, he doesn't make too much of a mess with it, huh?
No, he doesn't. He disappears there.
That
That's
was
great.
nice. Thanks for sharing that, Julie. Nancy, I know you did a lot of homework, and so you have a couple more jokes for us.
How could I not,
Hold
right?
on. Let's
How
get
could
you
I
back on
not?
camera.
All right. You know me by now, and I've said you always have to have a crossing the road joke, right? So here goes. Why did the chewing gum cross the road?
I don't know. Why did the chewing gum cross the road, Nancy?
Because it was stuck on a chicken's foot.
Oh, no. Jeez.
I know. These are corny, aren't they? And if you thought that was corny, I have to tell you this one then. Did you hear about the drummer who gave his daughters all the same names?
No.
Yeah, he named them Anna 1, Anna 2, Anna 3, Anna 4.
Oh, no. I don't know.
What can I
I don't know
say?
what to say, Nancy. We're going to try to share something a little bit musical with you, though, here. Let me see if I can get this up. Okay, let me see if I can get it at the beginning. Okay, here we go. Now, I don't know, it's my sense of humor what gets me excited, but here are the service sanitation jingle johns. These are porta potties singing the Hallelujah
Oh,
chorus.
no.
So here we go.
Looking house in town, Russ. I've always wanted to do this. No, Bethany, those are Christmas lights.
Have you seen these toilets? They're ginormous!
The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
Well, David, I have to say that's one of my favorite pieces of music, but I've never heard a take on it like that before.
Well, I'm glad I could expand your horizons today.
Thank you so
I
much.
mean, I think that's enough of them, don't you? Let's see if I can get back to where we're supposed to be. Back home again. There we go.
And then I think Owen and his trumpet. Huh?
Yep, we got. Let's see if I can get him full screen.
Hey, Grandma Fabi, happy holidays. I just want to say that I miss you guys and I'm sad we can't be together for Christmas. So I'm going to play you Silent Night and hope that keeps.
So, this is Owen on his trumpet for all the grandmas, grandpas, Grammies, and pappies out there. Here you go. Oh, I got to get you on screen. There we go. Okay.
Keeps our traditions alive a little bit. Happy holidays, guys, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Owen.
Hey, Grandma Fabi, happy holidays.
Good job, Owen.
That was great.
Looks like you're a Packer fan, too. One of the neat things I've heard this year is that the kids are continuing with their band practice and everything. They do it online.
Boy, that's awesome. So making music doesn't stop.
Nope, not at all.
All right.
Let's go on to the singing cookies, or the cookies.
All right.
I got to get back to you.
You know, when you think about many of the rituals and traditions that are so important to us around the holidays, the baking of Christmas cookies has to rank right up there.
I just want to say that I miss you guys. And
so most families have great traditions of baking cookies together and have the very special family recipes that have to come out every year. Well, the earliest examples of Christmas cookies in the United States were brought by the Dutch in the early 17th century. Long time ago, didn't know that. Due to a wide range of cheap imported products from Germany between 1871 and 1906, following a change to importation laws, cookie cutters became available in American markets. Here's a look at a mom and daughter enjoying the tradition. Oh, those are beautiful. The gingerbread men and Christmas trees and Santa.
Boy, she's pretty good with that.
She is with that piping bag.
Yeah.
She's got artistic skill.
There you go.
Fun memories.
Yeah, it looks like that one's on its way to becoming a Packer fan, too. It's got the
Yep.
green overalls on already.
Yep. Okay. Our Bethel home residents sent Christmas cards home to their families, and we wanted to give you a peek of their cards.
So there's some of their Christmas cards. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas from them to you
Yes.
and from us to all of you. Go on to the
Okay.
14.
Many of you probably make this part of your annual tradition, visiting the lights at Menominee Park. Well, since 2001, in Menominee Park in Oshkosh, a mile stretch along Lake Winnebago is illuminated with nearly 1 million, yes, 1 million lights, creating holiday light displays from the end of November through New Year's Eve. Every year, over 15,000 vehicles drive through the park to enjoy the lights. Oshkosh Celebration of Lights also supports the community by collecting food for organizations throughout the community. In the past 18 years, over 110 tons of non-perishable food have been donated to those in need in the Oshkosh area, working with United Way. Isn't that wonderful? That's a lot of food.
And so here's a little clip of the lights at Menominee. Since we can't drive through this year,
Grab all of the heirlooms, we are burning our belongings in the front yard. Let the nosy neighbors gawk, untie both of the dogs, and we'll light up this place like Christmas Day. If there's anything I can say, it's in times of silence, much is said. If there's anything I have learned, it's that plans we make must never last. But we'll be okay, we'll be okay, we'll be okay come Christmas Day. We'll be okay, we'll be okay. We'll be okay, we'll be okay. We'll be okay come Christmas Day.
well, good work, Oshkosh folks, who set all that up.
Beautiful.
And how do I get back? I have no idea. Whoops. I don't know where we're going from here. Well, actually, that kind of brings us to the end of our
Our
little video
time.
clips. But I had one little story that I wanted to share with you. Let's see if I can stop this. I'll make it all disappear one way or the other. One thing for sure this year, we're learning a lot about technology.
Yes, we are.
So before we end with a visit from St. Nicholas, the poem by Clement Clark Moore, I want to announce that on Christmas Eve at 3:30, we will have our Christmas Eve communion service, and those that are joining us at Gabriel's Villa or at Eden Meadows, hopefully we will have a chaplain there to assist you, or we've made arrangements for another time.
Right.
But we invite you, we'll be live streaming that as well, and invite you to join us for that. And then on Sunday, we will have our Sunday morning worship again. So we invite you to be a part of those. So it's a tradition with many to enter into the Christmas Eve night with the a poem. So this is a visit from St. Nicholas. Now, I thought it was called "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," but that's not the name of it. That's just the first line.
See, we're learning a lot today.
So here it goes. A Visit from St. Nicholas by Clement Clark Moore. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out of the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew with a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment he must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers there came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away all. As leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop, to the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held height in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, and then with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew, like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." And with that, we'll close. Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Merry Christmas.